by the continuation of chapter Chemical Equation and Reaction. Question number 21 we are discussing here. In refining of silver, the recovery of silver from silver nitrate solution involved displacement by copper metal. Write down the reaction involved. So just what we will do, wrote here question number 21, AgNO3 react with copper metal, right? Copper exists in solid state, this is solution, so it exists in aqueous state. When it going to be react each other, there will be the displacement reaction takes place, right? Because copper is more active than copper, NO3 whole 2 will form, plus silver is simply comes out. So just we are balancing, that's why we multiply the factor 2, because you see the side is 2NO3, that's why we multiply initially 2, but again it disbalance the number of silver atom, again we multiplying the factor for silver. So this is our balanced chemical equation. What they are demanding, silver nitrate, and this is our copper, and this is copper nitrate. So all about this is displacement reaction. And last one is silver. Read once twice question and then go through the what we are doing here. Next turn for question number 22. What do you mean by a precipitation reaction? Explain by giving example. Keep in mind, whenever we are talking about the precipitate, it means this is solid, which is insoluble. Insoluble substance which is present in solution, or solid substance present in solution is called precipitate, right? So you can write like this: a reaction in which a reaction in which an insoluble solid is formed called a precipitate reaction or precipitation reaction. Precipitation. This is precipitation reaction. You write some example. For this example we are taking sodium carbonate, which is Na2CO3, react with calcium chloride, CaCl2, it forms solid substance which is calcium carbonate, CaCO3 plus 2 times of NaCl, sodium chloride, right? So what we are watching here, when this is reaction takes place, it provides a solid substance. Calcium carbonate is solid state. You can write here calcium carbonate. It is insoluble, right? So we may say this is PPT or precipitate. Precipitate we can write PPT in a small or condensed form, right? This is our calcium chloride, calcium chloride. Memorize these all formula we are discussing here, but later you have to be say like this, and you can write easily when you once you will get in for this all chemical formula. So memorize as possible as this molecular formula what we are discussing inside the chapter. And last one is our sodium chloride. So these are our done for question number 22. And if anyone wants to be a little more, and I will provide you other example. Example first is this. Example second we are providing, if we react with sodium sulfate, which is Na2SO4, react with barium chloride BaCl2, it provides us BaSO4 plus 2 times of sodium chloride, 2 times of sodium chloride, right? So Na2SO4 plus BaCl2, it provides BaSO4 plus 2 NaCl. This is called sodium sulfate, and this is barium chloride, and this provide solid substance is barium sulfate. This is solid substance, sulfate, or we may say this is insoluble also, insoluble solids, right? This is PPT. Insoluble solid is called precipitate. Precipitate we can write in a condensed form, that is PPT, and this is again sodium chloride. So you can write whatever the convenient and whatever the at the time of examination paper which one you have confident, that reaction you can write in paper, right? So these two example of displacement precipitation reaction. Normally precipitation reaction in which solid substance is formed. Memorize this: a reaction in which insoluble substance or solid substance is formed called precipitation reaction. And then we are moving towards question number 23. We are discussing the question number 23. In this question number 23, explain the terms gain or loss of oxygen with two examples. First, they are asking for question number 23A for oxidation. For oxidation, they are asking for oxidation. So simply what we learn in theoretical portion, whenever any react, anyone combine or react with oxygen, that is called oxidation, right? So what we are doing, we are showing you example like a carbon dioxide react with hydrogen, it provide carbon monoxide plus water. So what is happening now? Hydrogen combine and it get oxygen. Previously hydrogen have no oxygen, after reaction hydrogen gain one oxygen. So this is called oxidation. Memorize this: whenever any compound gain oxygen, that is called oxidation. It is quite clear. If oxidation, it means gaining of oxygen. Memorize this: gaining of oxygen is called oxidation. So first example we had done. We move with the second example. Like a copper react with oxygen, it will form copper oxide, CuO, right? But we all know copper is not in atomic form, it exists in nature with the molecular form. So we are writing O2. If you wrote O2, it means this side also you must be keep 2 oxygen, so we multiply the factor 2. 2 copper this side, so you can write like this. Then now it become a highly balanced chemical reaction. So copper is initially there is no oxygen is available, but after reaction we are getting copper having one more oxygen, or one oxygen is attached. So we can write this is oxidation, copper having oxidized here, right? So this is first portion. We can easily think what is oxidation and how oxidation took place. These reaction we are discussing with you, and so many other example also we discussed in chapter. So this is all about the NCERT demanding question A portion for oxidation. Now we are moving for reduction. B for reduction. We already taught you gain of oxygen is oxidation 2. Then what is, how we define the reduction? Loss of oxygen. Loss of oxygen is called reduction. Is called reduction. So now we have theoretical portion is clear, but they are looking for example actually. So what we will do, we are just reverting whatever we had done in previous example for oxidation, just to revert the reaction. Like a carbon dioxide when react with oxygen, it will form carbon monoxide plus water, correct? So what we are watching, carbon dioxide initially have two oxygen, right? But when reaction took place and formation of product, only one oxygen is left. It means they lost one oxygen. If they lost one oxygen, it means there is called reduction. The process is called reduction because they lost one oxygen atom, right? Second portion, if you want to discuss, then you can write like just reverting our previous example for oxidation in the terms of reduction we are showing now. Hydrogen, it will react, it will form the product copper and water. So sometime you will keep your better idea, you will look little attentive, then you easily understand the concept how we are making one a same example as a oxidation, same example as a reduction, because just we are reverting the chemical equation, it gives our idea. See, in this situation what we is happening, copper having oxygen already, right? But after reaction there is no oxygen is available with copper, so we may say there again loss of oxygen took place. If loss of oxygen took place, this is also example of reduction. So memorize this concept. If somewhere we are going through the addition of oxygen or gain of oxygen took place, that is called oxidation, and if someone loss of oxygen, it is called reduction. Memorize this concept, it's quite clear. Again we had seen the so many examples. So for today it is our discussion all about, and next class we will move 24 question onwards. We are about to close our question answer session, so please whenever you are facing any doubt, you unable to understand any question from exercise, please ask me. Either you will do lots of practice, lots of effort, by which your clearance about all that confusion of question, and you will get your better marks in exam, as well as your concept clarity is much more, right? So be attentive, be practice for all that question. Tomorrow we will move with the question number 24. Thank you.